to both sides. I believe them if I try. For the sake of time, just give me the eye.
What's up, you guys? It is Tuesday. It's already almost noon. It's been one of those mornings where I feel like I've ran a marathon at the fastest pace possible, but I still lost the race. We've all had lots of big feelings, lots of deep breaths happening. So that was the type of morning we had, just very up and down. But we're almost to nap time, and it's gonna be a better day. We're all doing good. I've been trying to juggle the kids, kind of clean our house because my in-laws are coming, and get myself ready. Foster and I have a doctor's appointment to go to, so just kind of trying to do all the things. And when you try to do all the things, a lot of things don't go right. So, but anyways, happy Tuesday. This is like one of the last vlogs, I think, of Vlogmas, which is pretty crazy. But my in-laws are almost here, and I thought I would make a fresh pot of coffee. It's almost noon, but they like coffee and I need more. So we are gonna make a fresh pot, and my sister-in-law had this when we were baking cookies the other week, and it's so good. I just found mine at Target, and they find theirs at like their local grocery store, so I think it's pretty popular. But it's by Cameron's, and it's the vanilla hazelnut, and it's so good. This is what it looks like. Smells amazing, but we really like this. So if you're wanting to try out a new coffee, try this one. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna make a fresh pot, and then they should be here. Okay, sorry. Yesterday was kind of crazy, and I didn't end up vlogging anything after I obviously talked to you for like 5 seconds. We ended up having a doctor's appointment for Foster, and then my in-laws were here for Christmas, which was a really nice night. And then, yeah, now we're here. It is Wednesday. We went to gymnastics this morning, and then we went out to breakfast with David's parents to kind of send them off on their way to Florida. And yeah, so now we're here and we're hanging out. David just went to a dermatologist, and I'm here with the kiddos. They're both sleeping right now, so I'm gonna touch up my makeup. I did it within like 5 minutes on our way to gymnastics this morning, so it's looking pretty bad. And while I touched it up, I thought I would answer some questions from you guys. I asked on my Instagram and on last video, so I'm gonna just pull out some questions, try to answer as many as I can as quickly as possible. And I'm gonna have a little espresso to wake myself up because I'm feeling so tired today. First question is, where is the wicker lamp from on your black buffet cabinet? I'll show you guys what she's talking about. That's from Anthropologie. I'm pretty sure it's still available. It's one of my favorite lamps that I own. I put it in Foster's room for a second because I'm almost thinking I might put it in his room. It's literally cute in any location. The girl I saw it on her Instagram had it in her kitchen, and it was adorable. So it really is like a perfect lamp for any spot. This is the Merit, what is it even called? The Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick, and I've been really loving this. It just blends out super nicely. The next question is, how has it been going from 1 to 2? I've had a lot of questions similar to this, and then she also added, and being a boy mom. Going from 1 to 2, I don't know. I was anticipating it to be really hard, and it has been really hard some days. And then some days, I always say, either I feel like I got it all together and everything just falls into place, or I feel like I'm just putting out a million dumpster fires like all day long. Right away, Remy did have kind of a hard time just transitioning to having a sibling, which is very valid. I feel like that's a big transition. It was for David and I, and also for her. But in the last, I would say, month, he's started to like interact with her. So he'll like giggle at her, which is literally the sweetest thing ever. And he'll like smile at her, and she loves that. She was like eating it up. She's a little performer, so I feel like that he's able to kind of interact with her and play with her. She's really starting to like, I mean, she's obviously always loved him, but I feel like she's really like having more fun with him. So we've had less of the like hard days with that. So that's been really nice. Obviously I'm just busier, and I feel like the hardest part about it is I feel like they both need me, especially right now. He obviously needs me like 24/7, and she needs me a lot still too, because she's only 2. So yeah, just trying to like be in 2 places at once all the time is like just been challenging. But like I said, some days, I don't know, it's been like so nice. I'm like, maybe I could have a 3rd. But then the next day it'll be like, oh my gosh, we have to be done at 2. This is so hard. So overall it's been awesome. But it's not easy. There's definitely days that I'm like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? And then having a little boy, you guys, he is the sweetest little thing in the whole world, and I just love him so much. I've loved dressing him. He has the sweetest little personality that literally melts me into a puddle, and it's just been amazing. And I feel so lucky that I have a girl and a boy. I would have been happy with either or, but I just feel like having one of each, I get like the best of both worlds, and it's just, he's amazing. When do I edit my videos? Right now I edit them at nighttime, so I'm usually up very late doing them, so I'm tired. I used to always edit them during Remy's nap because she's always been such a good napper, but right now Foster's naps aren't super long, so I honestly like can't count on having time during the day, because sometimes he'll nap for like an hour and a half, but then sometimes it's like 30 minutes, and so I try to do a big chunk of my editing at nighttime. Okay, the next question, what are you most proud of this year, and what are you looking forward to in 2024? Definitely my family. I literally am obsessed with every one of them. I just feel like they're everything I've ever wanted, and proud of myself for going through pregnancy again, delivering again, and like kind of learning how to juggle like 2 kids and a husband and a household and like all of that. It's so much, but it's like I said, it's literally been my dream my whole life, and I am just proud at how I've handled it all. What I'm looking forward to the most in 2024, just watching my kids grow. I feel like everything's around my kids, but also I've been really thinking about my goals for next year for myself personally, and I really want to focus on my mental health and just getting that under control. I am a very like happy person, but I struggle with anxiety a lot, and I honestly maybe haven't really talked a lot about that. So I'm honestly thinking about maybe starting therapy for that, and just like, you know, learning how to or just like get some tools on how to handle that better. I'm a anxious person. I get overwhelmed a lot, and I just kind of want to like figure that out for myself, but I know it'll also benefit my family as well. So I'm looking forward to kind of putting myself, not first probably, but putting myself, or putting more effort into myself this year. I also want to get like more physically healthy. We got a treadmill, so I want to like spend time on that and eat better, and just like overall like mentally and physically focus more on myself than I have in the last couple of years. I just feel like as a new mom, it's so easy to like choose yourself last, and honestly I probably still will, but I just want to put more of an effort into that this year. Okay, some YouTubers that I follow. I love your channel. Thank you. I definitely don't watch as much as I used to. I just like obviously don't have a ton of time, but I have probably 5 people that if they upload a video, I'm watching it. The first one is Zosug. She's been like my OG. I've watched her for literally 10 years probably. I love her, and she just had her second baby, so I feel like we're living like a very similar life right now, so it's a lot of relatable content, and I just think she's the cutest thing ever. She's from the UK, so that part's different, but I just think she's the cutest thing, and I've really enjoyed watching her. So Zosug, also really like Tess Christine. She's from the Midwest, so again, just kind of relatable. She's my age, so I just like to watch her. She seems really sweet. Who else do I love to watch? Julia and Hunter Havens. I feel like they're just like a very cool couple from Nashville. They have like kind of a, I don't know, not edgy vibe, but just like kind of like they don't give a shit kind of vibe, and I appreciate that. So they're kind of fun to watch, and they also just had a baby. Who else do I love to watch? Lone Fox, if you want like home decor vibes, he is amazing. He has like such cool style, and I feel like I get a lot of my like inspo from him, so he's really cool. If you want like a interior design type channel. Okay, I'm gonna find one more. I do listen to The Toast, and they have a YouTube channel, and I actually will watch them too sometimes, but it's also a podcast, so if you don't like to watch videos, you can just listen to them. But it's two sisters based out of New York, and they basically like run down like the top 5 like things you need to know every day, like pop culture wise, and they're just funny, and it's kind of fun to listen to. So those are probably my favorite right now. Would love to know how your postpartum experience is different. Round 2. It's very different. I had Remy. This is maybe TMI, so if you don't want to hear about postpartum, fast forward like a minute. Remy I had vaginally, and it was a very traumatic birth experience. Very thankful it was my first because I didn't know any better. I had a 4th degree tear, and she was taken out with like the forceps or the vacuum, and overall just terrible experience, and my recovery was really hard. But I only had her, so I feel like that I'm thankful for. Like I didn't have other kids to take care of at the time, so I felt like I really could just like lay in bed, and I had her by me, and we made it work, but it was pretty awful. So then my second delivery, I did planned C-section, which was so relaxing. I literally had everything packed, ready to go. I was able to get Remy where she needed to go, and like that was really nice. I went into the hospital feeling like very normal, which was a weird thing. Like it just like didn't feel like I was going to have a baby. It went really quickly, and then we were like in the room, and we had like a really enjoyable time. It was like relaxing. It was painful for sure. A C-section is not the easy way out, because I was in pain for at least 2 weeks. It was pretty brutal, but then it got better. But overall, I would choose a C-section over a vaginal delivery any day, only because mine was so bad. I just had a friend that delivered a baby and had an amazing experience, so it really just depends on the person. But overall, my postpartum with Foster has been a lot easier, and I'm thankful for that. What is your trick to staying organized? I feel like people think my house is like perfect all the time, and maybe that's to my fault. That's like what I show, but my house is a disaster at least like once or twice a day. And my thing is, I clean as I go. I don't really like to let things build up a ton and then like at the end of the day do a big cleanup. I feel like I personally get overwhelmed when my house is a mess. So I think my trick to staying organized like throughout like the day and stuff is just to pick up as you go. It doesn't need to be perfect all day long, but just kind of like continuing to pick up as I go. I feel like that helps a lot for it to not to get like so overwhelming and like so much to do. And then after the kids go to sleep, David and I both like spend, it honestly takes like a half hour, but like one of us will do all the dishes, and then the other one will kind of take care of the rest of the house. I feel like just not letting things get like over your head, like just kind of keep up with it, and always have places for things. Even like my kids' toys, like I have a basket, and the basket looks awful on the inside. It's just toys shoved in there, but every toy can fit in there, and I can just shove it all in there, cover it up with the lid, and it looks nice from a distance. I just feel like having a place for things, it makes putting away stuff so much easier, because you're not like, oh, where do I put all this crap? But if you just have a spot for things, you just put it away and it's done, and it's just a lot easier. So having a spot for things, keeping up with it, like not letting it get super bad. And then personally, because I have kids, I like to take like a half hour to an hour at night when they're down and just like make sure that I start the day with a clean house. It makes me feel so much better. Okay, the next question is, how has David and I's relationship changed since having a baby? I obviously am not going to get super personal with this, and I feel like everyone again is so different, but it definitely, I mean, it has had like its positives and negatives on a relationship. First, I feel like having kids together like brings you closer in a way that like you aren't when you don't have kids together. And I don't know what it is, but I just feel like you've created these little human beings and you both love them so much, like more than anyone else in the world. And there's something like special about that bond that you guys have. Like we made these babies, and like you're just like bursting with like, I don't know, like pride, and it's just like a special bond that you have with your husband and you wouldn't have with anyone else. So that I feel like has made our relationship stronger. But then obviously with kids, like we just don't have the time that we used to have to like go on date nights and just have like one-on-one time. So I think in the last like 6 months, I feel like for a year and a half, like when Remy was born, we were struggling, not in the sense where we were like arguing every night or like fighting all the time, but maybe just a little disconnected. And we finally like sat down and we're like, okay, we need to like check in and like figure out what's going on. And I feel like really in the last 6 months, which is funny because we just had another baby, so you'd think we'd maybe fall apart even more. I don't know if that's the right word, but I feel like we're both just like really determined to make this work, and we're on the same team, and just like communicating with him has been such a like helpful thing. So just having a strong communication with him and being connected has helped a lot. But yeah, I would say like the first year and a half we definitely kind of we're struggling a little bit, but like I said, it's gotten better, and I feel like we both noticed the change and we were like, okay, we don't want this, and we got to work harder at making each other a priority. So that's, I don't even know if that answered the question, but that's kind of where we're at in our relationship right now. Do you ever see yourself moving out of your hometown? Well, I don't live in my hometown anymore. I grew up like an hour and a half from where I live now. And we went to college in a different state, and then ended up moving back to Minnesota for David's residency. So I've definitely moved away from home, and I'm still not in my hometown. But I think we'll probably always be in Minnesota, I guess, if that's what you're asking, because they asked if I would maybe move to Chicago or something. I love Chicago, and the idea of like moving to a different state is always like very intriguing to me. Like moving to Nashville or like to Chicago would actually be fun. We have friends there and stuff, but I just love being by family, and I don't think I could ever leave that. So I think we'll probably be in Minnesota for the foreseeable future, unless something crazy happens, but I think Minnesota is probably where we'll be. What place would you like to visit and why? Right now, I really want to go to Hawaii with the kids. I feel like it just seems so pretty, and I've heard amazing things about it, and I also feel like it's kind of a family place, so I want to take the kids to Hawaii. We're thinking maybe next winter we'll do that. And then I also just really want to go to Europe. I've never traveled over there before, and it's kind of always been on my like wish list. So I think eventually we'll head over there. Greece would be amazing. There's so many places. I would say Hawaii is top, and like Europe, the UK, Paris, like all of that. Okay, the next question is kind of for the Twin Cities, but I feel like any city, if you're a mom, this is probably relatable. So what are my favorite things to do in the Twin Cities / surrounding areas? I'll kind of focus on winter things because I feel like those are the hardest, especially if you live in the Midwest or somewhere that gets really cold. So the first thing that comes to mind is the public library. Our public library is so nice. There's little things for the kids to play at. We can rent out new books, and there's a lot of like story time type of little activities. So we usually try to go to one of those a week. I'm in a mom group I found like on Facebook, and we'll go to that. It's at like a local church, and there's like a little play group, which is super fun. So you can chat with like the moms and the little kids. If you're in the Minneapolis area and you would like to come, you could message me and I could tell you where it is and maybe you could join. So both of those things are totally free. I'm in an ECFE class, which is also just a Minnesota thing, but the public schools do them, and they're so nice. It's like a little mommy and me class. So like half the class, Remy and I are together with a bunch of kids and moms, and then half the class, the moms go to a different classroom and we discuss like parenting topics, which is super nice, just to kind of like bounce things off of their parents. We will discuss like tantrums and potty training and like all of that type of stuff, which is nice. And then Remy also, I feel like it's beneficial for her because she's having to separate from me because I'm obviously stay at home with her. So she honestly hasn't had like a ton of interaction with like other adults and having to like listen to other adults. So I feel like it's a really good thing for her and I to go to. So I bring Foster with me, and yeah, that's super fun. We also go to malls a lot and do mall walking. I love going to the Galleria in Edina for a couple of reasons. It's just a beautiful mall, and then also it's like very bougie, and like it has like really expensive stores like Louis Vuitton and like that type of thing. So I don't buy a lot when I go there. I feel like a normal mall where like I could go into like Old Navy and that type of stuff, that's when I would spend more money. But yeah, the Galleria is like a little above my price range, so I feel like I don't spend as much money when I go to that mall. I do try to still like get outside during the winter. I feel like we all have all our winter gear, so if it's a nice day out, it's like sunny, I will like bundle up and at least like go for a walk around our neighborhood. I am excited to take Remy sledding. I feel like she's at the age where we could definitely find like a little hill in our neighborhood and go sledding, go to the little park down the road. I don't know, I feel like being outside is so beneficial for her. I feel like she has so much energy, so just like being able to let her like run and play outside is so nice. And then my last thing is we have a family pass to the zoo, and although like 90% of the zoo is outside, there's still like a big strip of the zoo that is indoors, and we just went there yesterday or 2 days ago, and we were there for 2 hours and it literally flew by, and Remy, it was so cute, she kept going, "This is so fun," and she was just having the best time. So honestly, going to the zoo is such a good way to like just like again let her like run around and just be inside and get out of the cold, but still have like an activity to do. Okay, another question is, are you planning on doing any other design projects in your new home? Where are your favorite places to shop for clothing? Okay, design for my house. Yes, Foster's room, we have the wallpaper done, we have like most of the furniture, and now it's just like executing it with like rugs, art, hang some new lighting and stuff like that. So that's our #1 project in the new year. We're just gonna finish off his nursery, and it's already so cute, but I'm excited to kind of like add the fun details. And then I've been making some changes in our living room that I haven't really shared. I'm sure you've all seen them now a ton in the vlogs and stuff, but we got some new chairs, we got a new light fixture, and now we're gonna get a new hutch behind the chairs that I think is gonna be like super fun to style, so I'm excited to do that. And then those are main like 2 things that are gonna probably be in like the first like couple months of the year. Our kitchen is always like on my mind, but I don't know when or if we will do any updating to that. I had a big vision for it, and we're just kind of like debating on if we'll do that or not. But those are the 2 things that home-wise are on my like radar. And as far as clothes go, my favorite places to shop are definitely like Zara, Anthropologie, H&M, Old Navy. Yeah, those are probably like my top ones. And then yeah, just like random Amazon bits recently, I guess. But yeah, those are probably my top favorite places to shop. I do try to link a lot of my stuff on my LTK, so if you ever are like wanting to know where things are at, just check there. Are you planning to go back to work full-time, or is YouTube enough to juggle at the moment? Well, YouTube's definitely not enough, but my 2 kids are. So I stay home with them and they keep me plenty busy, and my husband and I both agree that me being a stay-at-home mom is right where I need to be right now. And I really enjoy it, although some days it's so hard. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and I feel very grateful that I am able to stay home with them. So I'm not going to go back to my full-time job probably ever, honestly. I maybe will get like a part-time job when the kids go back to or start school and stuff, but that's a long time away and I don't really know what I'll be doing at that point. But yeah, so I won't be going back to my full-time job anytime soon, and I'm happy with where I'm at. YouTube's definitely keeps me busy, but the kids are the reason that I'm not at my full-time job. I got this question a bunch, but it was, is going from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2 kids harder? Which was the harder transition, considering / if I want to have a second baby? I think 0 to 1 was definitely harder for us. I just feel like our whole life obviously changed from not having kids to having kids. It's just like everything is different and your whole life becomes centered around having this baby. So yeah, just so much changes, and you're also like never have been a parent before, so you're like just trying to figure out everything all at once. And I feel like you can read so many books about parenting, and I do think they're beneficial, but I also kind of feel like you kind of have to just be like thrown into it, and you will figure it out and you will be the best parent to your kid as you possibly can be. But there's just like so much that you don't know until you have a kid. And yeah, I just feel like going from none to 1 is like a bigger transition. So having 2, I'm way busier and all of that. It is not necessarily easier, but I feel like adding another one to our current life wasn't as big of an adjustment as 0 to 1, if that makes sense. So that's my answer for that. Okay, those are all the questions I can answer for right now. We have to go to swim. I will answer a couple more later on in this video, but I hope that was a little interesting. I know it was like a lot of mom talk, but that's just kind of what a lot of my questions are right now. So, okay, off to swim, and I'll see you guys in a little while. We're home now, and swim was fun. It's always cute to watch her swim. She's been swimming since she was, I think I started her, I don't know, she must have been like 8 months or something, but it was always been so fun to go to. And now this next session that starts is in like January, and Foster will be 6 months, so we're gonna start him, and I'm very excited for that. I can't even handle him in like a pair of swim trunks. You're gonna be so cute. Anyways, home now, and our goal is to get the kids down a little earlier tonight. We've been kind of pushing bedtime out recently, and we're like trying to get back on track. So we're gonna start dinner now. I'm making carnitas tacos, which we made, David like did this a long time ago on the smoker, and then we froze whatever we didn't eat the last time. So it's very simple, and I'm throwing it in here to reheat. And then just gonna cut up the toppings, and I'm gonna make some black bean refried beans, and I'll show you how I make them. It's so good. Okay, so I take a pan and put the beans down, which is always very gross looking, but you put your beans first. Okay, so they look like that. And then I usually shred my cheese, but we have this, so I'm gonna top it with this cheese. Any type would work. I'm actually gonna use Monterey Jack for our tacos, and that would honestly be really good on it too. So any type of like cheddar or like Mexican type cheese. Okay, so then I just topped it with cheese, and I normally would put hot sauce on the top, but I'm hoping that she'll eat it, so we'll just do that when it comes out, and we'll put our hot sauce on our own. But then you put it in the oven for like, I'm putting it in at 400 for like 15 minutes, but it's really just once everything's warmed up and the cheese is melted. I don't know, it's just like makes your refried beans so much better than if you just heat them up. So try this if you like them. Put these in the oven. Okay, meat is going. Yeah.
You walked through my dreams just the other night.
Let me see.
Messing over me. Was your best gift to me?
What's up, you guys? It is Thursday. I'm actually supposed to upload a video today, but I'm gonna vlog tonight, and then I'll upload my video on Friday. And I am currently getting ready to go on a little girls' night, which I feel like I have not done in forever. I have an appointment beforehand, so I'm gonna go to that, and then, oh my gosh, my belt just fell off. And then I'm gonna go on a little girls' night to a bar that's like all decked out in Christmas decorations. It'll be super fun. We did it last year, and so we're kind of making it a tradition. But yeah, it's been a pretty nice day today. We went to the park this morning and hung out, and then both of the kids took really nice naps, so I was able to get the house cleaned, and yeah, it was just a good day. So I edited part of this vlog last night, and I'm sorry that it's so long and so much of me talking, so I'll try to keep it to a minimum for the rest of the video, but that is what I'm doing right now. I did get a new pair of jeans. I'm putting a belt on if you're wondering, but I got a new pair of jeans from Old Navy, and I've just been struggling with jeans since I've had Foster. And I found a pair that I really like, and I'll show you guys them. I can't remember how much I paid for them, but I'm sure not too much, because I feel like Old Navy's always running sales, and they were like 40% off, I think, when I bought them, but I have to show them to you. They're so cute. Here are the jeans. They are super high-waisted. They like suck me in, which I like right now. And then they're supposed to be like the balloon pant from Free People, so they're like a little big back here, but they're just so cute. I love them. And I'm 5'4", so just a reference for the length, they're pretty good, and I feel like once I have boots and stuff on, they'll be really cute. But just thought I would share these if you guys are looking for new denim. I did order them in like a blue denim as well, but I wasn't a huge fan of the color, but I love the black ones. I think they're so cute. Let's open up my advent calendars. I have 4 to open today. And I'm just gonna start with today's date. Okay, today we got, let's see. Okay, cute packaging. It's another perfume. It's called Amber. I feel like I'm gonna like this one if it's anything to do with like an amber smell, because I like that. Laboratory Perfumes is the brand, and I think the scent is Amber. I think I really like this. It's a little masculine, but sometimes I like that, and I feel like in the winter time that's a good thing. Like this honestly almost smells like David's Joe Malone perfume, and I really like it. I might have him like try this because I feel like it could be very unisex. Okay, this is day 20. Oh my gosh, this is a big one too. What is this? I'm pretty sure this is another perfume. I feel like we've gotten a lot of perfumes. This is called Missing Person, and I do not know how to say that brand, but that is the packaging. I feel like I just sprayed that perfume, but let's see. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh. It's so like powdery, fresh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I gotta spray that on. I really like that one. That one smells super good and it's a great size, so happy about that. Those two were really good. This looks like a hand cream, which I desperately need, and cute. I keep saying this, but packaging is like such a big deal to me, and these all like nail it. They're all so cute. This is a rose hand cream, and I'm gonna put some on actually. This I might put in my purse because I always love putting lotion on, especially when I'm like out or like driving. It's rose, which isn't my favorite scent, but feels nice. Okay, day 19. This is another perfume. Man, we got lots of perfumes. Madagascar Vanilla. This is a perfume oil. I actually like the oils. I have one right now, and I feel like they stay on me longer, and I feel like maybe I don't smell it as long, but I don't know, something about like an oil on my skin, I feel like it just sticks around longer. Honestly, I have so much lotion on my hands and so many perfumes going on. I don't even know. I don't think I can smell it. I don't want to put another one on. I'm going to get a headache, but it's by Nest and it's called Madagascar Vanilla. That's what it's called. TBD. I'll try this one tomorrow when I don't have 2 perfumes and a rose lotion on my hands. I feel like I'm gonna like choke out everybody that I'm with. I better go like wash my hands. I feel like I'm too smelly right now. Okay, I will check in with you guys after my appointment and when we're heading to our girls' night.